It has been 20 years since the Second World War ended with the failure of the Allied invasion at Normandy. A triumphant Hitler declared victory over Europe and the British Empire. The United States withdrew from the conflict, listening to those like Charles Lindbergh, who had argued against a war with Germany. In the East, only the Russians fought on in a bitter guerrilla war. American efforts turned to retribution for Pearl Harbor. That came in the summer of 1945 with victory over Japan. By then, American General Eisenhower had returned from Europe to the United States and a humiliating retirement. In 1947, King Edward and Queen Wallis assumed the British throne. Winston Churchill, who had barely escaped with his life after Normandy, died in exile in Canada in May 1953. In the years after the war, country after country of the old Europe had become part of the vast Nazi empire of Germania. The Führer's architect, Albert Speer, built a monument to the Thousand-Year Reich. Germania's capital, Berlin, became a Nazi showplace. The SS became a peacetime police force, patrolling clean and orderly streets. As the 50s came to a close, Hitler was able to put a more civilized face on the Greater Reich. But news continued to be tightly controlled. The 60s began with the war with the Soviet Union still dragging on. Hitler desperately needed to conclude a formal peace with the United States and forge an alliance against the Russians, still led by the 85-year-old Joseph Stalin. Hitler saw signs for hope in late 1960 with the election of a new president of the United States. The Führer believed with President Joseph Kennedy Sr. in office, at last there was someone with whom a deal could be struck. Now, in 1964, for the first time in 20 years, Germania's borders are opening to the Americans. The world press has been invited to cover the Führer's birthday celebration on April 20th. There are rumors that President Kennedy will attend a Germanian-American Summit conference. An alliance with America would assure Germania's invulnerability. But there are other more persistent rumors that could threaten Hitler's plans. There were stories that something terrible happened in Germany during the war, that the official Nazi story that Jews and other minorities had been relocated to the east wasn't true. There are also rumors that in the Greater Reich, terrible things are still happening. Television, radio, and newspapers are all controlled by the powerful Ministry of Information. Nobody in the New Berlin dares to ask awkward questions.
March?
Good morning, March. There's a body in the park by the lake, about 500 meters from the main road. Meet Isla there.
It's Sunday. My son's here.
I know it's Sunday, but you're on standby and there's no one else.
All right.
Morale among our forces is high, and Eastern Army Command is anticipating a complete collapse of remaining Russian military forces within a month. But the big news today is the preparation for the Fuhrer's 75th birthday in 4 days' time.
Papa, do you think we could visit America soon?
Why?
Well, I'd like to spend more time with you, really.
I'd like that, too. Maybe you should ask your mother when you go home nicely.
I have, and she already said yes.
Did she?
No, but she should have.
Come and help me.
Thank you. Führer, my Führer, bequeathed to me by the Lord, protect and preserve me as long as I live, thou hast rescued Germany from
Feely,
deepest.
do you remember you used to say grace when your mother and I were together?
No.
Want to try it?
Okay.
For what we are about to receive,
For what we are about to receive,
may the Lord make us truly thankful.
may the Lord make us truly thankful.
Amen.
Amen.
When was the body discovered?
An hour ago, sir. Hermann Jost, an SS cadet from the Sepp Dietrich Academy on his morning run. Here is his statement.
Thank you.
Sir?
Morning, Dr. Isler.
Well, good morning, Major. Where is Jaeger?
I wish I knew.
Great partnership you fellas have.
Enjoying the weather?
It was a lot colder at Stalingrad. Give me a close-up of the face.
Well, he obviously wasn't out running.
An old amputation. Rather well done. Very good indeed.
I'm very happy for him. Did he drown?
Well, they pulled him out of the lake, but asked me after the autopsy.
Time of death?
There's early rigor, but the water is very cold. It's difficult to tell. Ask me after the autopsy.
Where did you find him?
In the water, just behind the rock.
Nice start for a Sunday.
Heil Hitler!
Greater Reich Tourism welcomes you to Tempelhof International Airport. I am Helga Schroeder, your guide. On behalf of the Ministry of Culture and Education, I would like to welcome you, journalists from the Americas, to Berlin, capital of the Greater German Reich. We hope you will have a pleasant stay with us.
I used to cover Berlin for CBS before the war.
A city of great
I never thought I'd ever get back.
A city of culture, where past and
Neither
present
did I.
stand side by side. Reich Tourism will handle any and all of your needs while you are here.
You've been here before?
I was born here. I left when I was little. My mother was German. She met my father before the war.
McGuire. I knew a Paul McGuire here, diplomat.
He was my father.
You are the first
You're kidding.
Americans to visit us since the war ended. Germania is
I'm Walter Elliott,
extending
CBS.
a hand of friendship to the
I know
United
who you are.
States. We see no reason why the stars and stripes should not fly
in
side
peace
by side
and
with
friendship.
swastika.
It is the wish of the
Despite what you may
Führer
have
that
heard,
relations between
our
our
racial
countries
policies
should prosper
harm
and
no
develop.
one. We have nothing to hide and have many achievements we wish to share with you. Please do not lose your press accreditation. Without it, you will not be admitted to the many press functions that have been arranged for your benefit. So please, if you need anything, do not be afraid to ask. Guided tours of the city are available to our guests. We recommend you visit the Victory Arch and the Albert Speer exhibition during your stay. The war ended a long time ago. We are asking that you give us the chance to show you how sincere we are in wanting to bring the Cold War to a close too. Isn't that what everybody wants?
Heil Hitler! Heil Hitler!
Darling, I'm sorry I didn't make it this morning. Thanks for covering for me.
It's quite all right. Son's sick again?
Yes, I sat up all night with him. Coffee. Thanks.
Nothing serious at all.
No, nothing serious, not really.
2 espressos, please.
Next time you need to sleep in, count on me. Another busy day in the Sexual Crimes Unit. Who are the lovebirds?
Pure Aryan woman under Polak caught right in the act. Coffee, please.
Uh-huh.
A resettlement state for her, 10 years hard labor for him. I just don't understand these people.
Every time somebody makes love, somebody else writes a report.
Yeah, that's right.
Here you are.
Some sugar.
Yes.
Hey, Zavi, I've got something in there for everybody. Anytime you are looking for something out of the ordinary, you let me know.
Excuse me.
Here, I'll capture the moment for you.
Good.
Great.
You will need a permit for the camera, Mr. Elliott.
Oh.
I can arrange it for you if you like, through Reich Tourism. All developing imprints are free.
Fine, thanks. Here you go.
Please! The coach will leave for Reich Minister Goebbels' press conference in 1 hour.
That should be a load of laughs.
So please be prompt and don't forget your press kit, Mr. Elliott.
Your key, Miss McGuire, Union 705. Enjoy your stay in Berlin.
I've admired your work, Mr. Elliott, but I think maybe this will help you be a bit more accurate.
Fräulein McGuire.
He's trying to verify.
You dropped this, I think.
No, I don't think so.
I think you did.
There was a lot of water in the lungs, which were swollen, balloon-like, and a watery, foaming fluid came out when pressed, so he could have drowned. But he has also suffered a massive coronary. Hard to say which came first. Extensive bruising on the upper part of the body.
Bruising?
He must have struggled to get out of the water. Probably in the water less than 2 hours.
Thank you. Josef Bühler, architect of the Jewish resettlement program, admitted to excesses in work camps during the war. In the 1950s, he introduced reforms of the camp system. He was a close friend of Hitler in the 1920s. Connections in every department of the Reich. Forced retirement in 1961 after allegations about improper use of state property. I remember Hitler intervened personally on his behalf.
Well, that's great, isn't it? A dead party big shot. Think of the paperwork.
Thank you. Walter Stuttgart, 45 Josefstrasse. Franz Luther.
Xavier March to inspect the Bühler residence.
The Fuhrer today issued an invitation to the President of the United States of America to visit the Reich for personal discussions.
Thank you.
aimed at promoting greater understanding between our two.
True comrade from Adolf Hitler, April 49.
Bueller?
Yes? Sam with your mother? We went to school together. Do you like gymnastics?
It is part of my training.
How long have you been a cadet?
3 months, Major.
Is your father proud of you? He is a founding member of the SS, isn't he?
We all follow our fathers.
We try as best we can. I've read your statement about the incident. You've been very helpful. Relax. One thing, you couldn't have seen the body from where you said you were. I checked. So I was wondering, what did you see? What made you stop?
A car. 3 men.
Nothing else?
No, nothing.
What are you afraid of? Did you recognize someone? Tell me. You'll feel better.
At the beginning of term, we had a special guest. He lectured on the organization of police forces in the Reich. I was part of the honor guard. I was this far from him. It was him at the lake. I know it was.
So, who was it?
It was the general in command of the Gestapo.
Lobos. Keep a secret. Good.
45 Josefstrasse.
Heil Hitler.
Yeah. I'm here to see Herr Stuttgart.
You're American.
That's right.
Are you here on business?
Herr Stuttgart?
You'll find him on the 2nd floor. Apartment 7.
Thanks. Thank you. Herr Stuttgart? It's good news. About the Kennedy-Hitler meeting.
General Nebbe wanted to see me.
Ah, Major March. General Nebbe is expecting you, sir. Please, go straight in.
Savi, good. This time next year, we could be vacationing on the beach in Miami or California.
Not on my salary, General.
We need the Americans. Without their cooperation, the war in Russia could go on for years.
I thought we were making progress.
Like last year, the year before it. Switch it off. That's my eldest grandchild.
Very nice boy.
How's that boy of yours doing?
He's doing very well, thank you. I wish he could live with me.
You covering the Buller case?
Yes, sir.
Not anymore. This case has been redesignated a state security matter. Gestapo have taken over the investigation. Police inquiry to be closed. Effective immediately.
I do have a sighting of General Globus at exactly the location where Buller's body was found. Sir.
Globus?
Yes, sir.
Really?
The head of the Gestapo.
Walter Stuckart was found shot dead with a whore this morning.
Stuckart.
Party member from the beginning. Wrote the definitive textbooks on the race question. Retired 3 years ago from the Interior Ministry.
I suppose that must be a matter for the Gestapo as well.
Not the Stuckart case. Not yet. Why don't you dig just a little further? See if there's a connection between the deaths.
Do we have anything on the Stuckart case?
Oh, there's the American who found him. One of the visiting journalists. She had an appointment with him. We're holding her. Talk to her. Find out what Globus is up to. Nothing in writing. Report direct to me.
Yes, sir. Sorry to keep you waiting. Xavier March, this won't take long. In your statement, it says you wanted to interview Herr Stuckart.
Yes. He was a founding member of the party, and my editor wanted his reaction to the Kennedy-Hitler meeting. The Cold War is about to end. Isn't that wonderful?
Of course. And that was at 10:45. Very well.
Oh, I can go now? Yes?
No, not yet. Follow me, please.
So would somebody like to tell me when I get my passport back?
When we don't need it anymore. You been to Germany before?
No, not since I was a little girl. Nice rebuilding job.
You're from New York.
Zavi saw a lot of New York in the war, didn't you, Zavi? Through a periscope, hunting North Atlantic convoys.
Yes. Well, the war's over. We're allies now.
Sure, but we know how many people died.
Your raid on Dresden killed 100,000 people.
You threatened to drop the atom bomb on Great Britain.
You dropped it on Japan twice.
Yeah, well, we were fighting for our lives.
So were we.
Oh. Cute.
It's for my son. We go sailing together. On the lake in the Tiergarten. Cadet Yost, I want you to pick him up and put him in protective custody.
Discreetly?
Yes, please.
Understood. And if you decide to sleep in, Zavi, I'll cover for you.
Heil Hitler.
We need to see Herr Stuckart's apartment.
But the Gestapo have sealed it, Major.
I know, but I have to see it.
But they gave strict instructions that no one was to be admitted.
The key, please.
Excuse me.
Did Herr Stuckart live alone?
Herr Stuckart was most discreet, but never lonely. This way.
Had he lived here long?
As long as I've been the night porter. 9 years.
Who's on during the day?
Nobody. Heil Hitler.
That wasn't the man who let me in this morning.
You didn't mention a man in your statement.
I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was the porter. So why have you brought me here?
I want to have a word with you.
Oh, you brought me all the way here just to have a word with me.
In private. You lied to me at the station. Why?
I did not lie to you at the station.
Why did you want to see this man?
I told you I wanted to interview him about the Hitler-Kennedy meeting, and it's all in my statement.
You came here at 10:45. The meeting was announced at 11:30 at a press conference. You couldn't have known about it. You have to get out. Get out! Take the stairs. Quickly! Wait. This way. Take the second elevator. Please, mind your own business.
What are you doing here? We sealed this apartment.
I'm an officer of the SS, engaged on official duties.
Where is the American woman? And what was she doing here?
It's been a very long day. Excuse me. By the way, you double parked. You might get a ticket.
You're out of your depth, March.
Heil Hitler. Thank you.
Yes?
You can see almost everything from here, can't you, Neve?
What do you want, Clovis?
I want to broaden your horizons. We need to talk.
Heil Hitler.
Morning,
Xavi. The Gestapo beat us on this one. Let me show you what we missed. It'll explain everything. Close the door. Here we have Kaiser Ferdinand III, by Delois, Jan Christian Eggenberg, by George Isaac, Otto Schwarzenberg, by Hans van Aken, and there are at least 35 other well-known paintings. Imagine Bühler sitting here, door locked, like a dirty old man in a brothel.
Well, they are very lovely paintings.
As state secretary in Poland, Bühler had access to everything. He shipped the stuff back to Stuttgart at the Interior Ministry. Now, Globus's men are now looking for Franz Luther of the Foreign Ministry. His position gave him the opportunity to travel abroad. And once or twice a year, until last week, he smuggled most of the artwork into Switzerland. Excepting Bühler's little souvenir collection. At some point last week, the three of them realized the Gestapo were closing in. 2 suicides, Bühler and Stuttgart, and no doubt a third. When Luther realizes there's no way out.
I understand this is now in the hands of the Gestapo.
On the direct orders of Reich Minister Heydrich himself.
Well, that's it then.
Yes, it is.
I found Herr Bühler's prosthetic leg in his closet. So I don't quite understand why he would hop all the way down to the lake on one leg to commit suicide.
This is a matter of state security. You're a good promotion prospect, Xavi. Leave this alone, and you could go far. You can't afford to make an enemy of Globus. Or of me.
Yes, sir. Let's get something. Something warm.
Big cake.
Excuse me?
I want a big cake.
One big cake and one hot chocolate.
JC?
Well, no.
Where'd you get it?
It was given to me for loyal services to the Fatherland after the war.
Who by?
The Commander-in-Chief of the Navy, Dönitz.
Think I could have it?
Well, you can keep it for a while.
Can't keep it forever.
Yes, you can.
Think it's cruel to let them grow up this way, don't you?
What do you mean?
Because he's crippled and he's never going to get better.
Well, what would you like to do?
Well, I thought they should put him to sleep like we do.
Tell you these nonsense.
A lot of people, my teachers, my friends, Mom even.
Let me tell you a story about a clockmaker. He was over 100 years old. Wrinkled face. His hair was white as snow. He had worked all his life, hunched over clocks like this. So, he was a hunchback. People thought he was ugly. People of the village. And they used to call him names. So he lived on top of the mountain with all his clocks. And he worked day and night. While he was working all the time, he didn't notice that the hunch on his back started to grow bigger and bigger. And one day, when he went out for a walk, his nose almost touched the ground. That's how big it was. And that same night, he was working away, those little clocks. They suddenly stopped ticking. And he looked up. And he saw, in the mirror, two little feathers coming out of his coat. And he started growing. They were white. And he looked in the mirror, and he saw that he had these two big wings. And all the clocks started singing. And he opened the window, looked at the stars, and flew up in the sky.
And what happened to him?
He became an angel.
What happened to him?
Well, we can't kill angels, can we? It's time to go home.
You say.
Release the young cadet. Case is closed.
Well, that's just as well, because he's dead.
When?
Last night.
How?
He was training at the gym. He fell and broke his neck.
No witnesses?
No witnesses. The instructor said he loved gymnastics.
I want an autopsy.
On the left temple lobe, a small deposit or contusion was found. On the right-hand side of the thorax, in line with the arm, 2 ribs were fractured. Oh, and there was an interlayer hemorrhage under the spinal column covers. The fracture of the spinal column and the bruising is consistent with a fall. In my opinion, the death was caused by inhalation of blood into the lungs. If help had come, who knows? It may have been possible to revive him.
Before the Second World War, Joe Kennedy had been an exponent of appeasement with Germany. Isn't this initiative an extension of his long-held beliefs?
Well, Joe Kennedy, as a private citizen, was never shy about expressing his concerns about U.S. involvement in what was, at that time, a European conflict. Obviously, once the United States was attacked, it had to respond, and Joe Kennedy's views changed accordingly. This initiative is an effort to stabilize relations.
Fräulein McGuire,
It's a pragmatic
this is
attempt
Reich
to
Tourism. Good morning.
Excuse me?
And,
Reich
foreign
Tourism?
policy success might
I have
distract
the
American
arrangements for
public
your
from
sightseeing trip.
disastrous domestic
There
record
must be
of the
some
past 4
mistake.
years.
We
There's no
spoke
domestic
yesterday
political
about
agenda here.
the
It's a
sailing trip.
sincere and brave attempt to promote world peace.
The Nixon Goldwater campaign
Oh,
is
well, what
describing
makes
it
you think
as an
I'm still
act of
interested?
betrayal.
I think you are.
But the United States cannot live in isolation. We must put the past behind us and try to forge a future of peace for all peoples of the world.
Reich Tourism? What is this?
I have a simple proposition. I'll give you back your passport if you tell me your little secret.
Well, why should I do that?
You stumbled into something quite delicate. You don't know this country.
No, but I'm staying. I know that there's a story here.
It's a matter of state security now.
Hitler and Kennedy are about to make news. I'm gonna cover it. No, I have a simple proposition for you. I give you my lead. We both follow it. Come on. You're not supposed to be here, are you? And those guys last night, they were Gestapo, weren't they? I bothered you. Well, I could go to the Gestapo. I could tell them about our little meeting. I'm sure they'd be interested.
You have no idea what could happen to you, do you? All right. Here.
was given it by a man at the hotel. Never seen him before.
These people don't mean anything to me.
Huh. I thought you were a cop.
The building does.
Shabbier in the photograph.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Vonce. You're visiting someone?
Yes. We're making some inquiries.
You're a policeman.
What is this place?
The House of the Blind. 100,000 glorious German dead and missing on the Russian front. Each year now for 20 years. Twice as many wounded.
100,000, are you sure?
It's true. If you can't see it, you must be blinder than I am.
What was the name of your unit?
Good morning, Major. Fräulein Franz Kruger, I'm the administrator. Please, can we talk in my office?
Of course.
Follow me.
This is a very beautiful building you have. Has it always been a home for the blind?
Since the end of the war.
During the war?
During the war. Do you know who sat in my chair during the war?
No.
Reichsmarshal Heydrich himself.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What was he doing here?
Oh, no. It was all kept very secret.
Now where?
The Reich Archive, Charlie. 15 million files on every aspect of the party history. Do you have a moment?
Safi, hello.
Hello, Anna. You haven't changed a bit.
Don't say that unless you mean it.
I mean it.
How's Billy? You still stuffing with pastries every weekend?
Yes.
I'll need 6 copies of that, thank you. He's a sweet boy.
Yes, he is. When do you think this was taken?
Early in the war. I'll take a guess. Late 41, early 42, before the really big raids. You see, there isn't any blast tape on the windows.
Now, this was a meeting of some sort.
Yes.
Why?
Safi, how many meetings do you think there were during the war?
Late 41, early 42. Wannsee.
January the 6th from Heydrich, confirming that the interagency discussions at Fancy, followed by luncheon, originally scheduled for December the 9th, 1941, have been postponed to January the 20th, 1942.
Who was the letter circulated to?
Bühler, Eichmann, Freisler, Hoffmann, Klopfler, Kritzinger, Lang, Liebrandt, Luther, Mayer, Müller, Newman, Schongard, Stuckart.
That's it.
That's it.
Excuse me. Who are his name? No, this is Stuckart. This is Bühler.
Yeah, that's Bühler. That's Hoffmann, transport.
This man.
Lang, munitions.
Serious meeting.
Yeah.
nothing more to do with this. Please, go.
Get out of Berlin tonight.
Why?
It's too dangerous. I don't like it.
But what about our deal?
The deal's off. This goes to the highest level of the Reich, to Heydrich himself.
Well, what are you saying? What did they tell you in there?
Everyone in the photograph has been murdered, except one, Franz Luther. They were all high party members. Get out of Germany before it's too late. And don't try and be clever. You'll be followed. Tour guides report directly to the Gestapo. Please, go home.
These were delivered for you, madam.
Thanks.
Shall I order you a taxi for the airport?
Yes. Thanks.
All units alert. Humboldting station. All units. Sighting of Franz
All
Luther.
units?
All units
For a
alert.
65-year-old
Sighting
art
of
smuggler?
Franz Luther.
What do you want from me?
I want to defect. You will arrange this through the American embassy.
Why should I do that?
I have a story that will make you famous. The biggest secret of the war. Thousands have been killed to protect it.
So what is it?
A terrible crime was committed. Since then, everyone with direct knowledge of it has been quietly killed by the Gestapo. Only I am left. I have proof of what happened. Documents, papers, photographs, signed orders. They are the price of my admission to the States. You will get your embassy to arrange transportation out of the country for 2 people. You will need this to prepare travel papers. Nothing will be the same again.
Not for anybody.
It must be arranged today.
Where will I meet you?
I'll contact you.
Hey! Hey, you! Stop! France, Luther. May 596. Stop him! The 108. Stop him! Bring you 864. Come back here!
Plane.
Luther called me. What would you have done?
I'm taking you to the airport where you should have gone this morning. Good.
Why'd they kill him?
Why don't you just shut up? For once.
Yes, of course. I'll deal with it later. Goodbye. Globus.
I wanted him alive.
Luther, what were my men supposed to do? They were being fired on. Innocent people were being killed.
We needed Luther for questioning.
Why? The man was just a common criminal. Wasn't he?
A woman was sitting next to Luther in the train. He was seen giving her an envelope. Was it the American March took to Stuckart's apartment?
I really don't know.
Why did March release the American?
There was no evidence against her.
Evidence?
Times are changing, Globus. This is the age of détente. If there's anything else we can do to help the Gestapo, of course, you'll let us know.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'll let you know.
So what are we gonna do?
I'll let your embassy know where you are.
What?
I'm placing you under arrest.
Why?
When they question you, keep your answers short and consistent.
Consistent with what?
The truth. Try it for once. You'll be a lot safer in SS custody.
Bullshit. Bullshit, you're scared. If you don't tell me and you're gonna die. Well, you will anyway. Luther told me that they killed thousands to protect the biggest secret of the war. Look. He gave me these. He wanted the American embassy to arrange travel documents. Who's that woman?
Maybe his wife.
Whoa!
That's his wife. Who's this?
I don't know.
Come in. Please sit down. Thank you for calling us.
What exactly did Major March ask you to find for him?
Well, you have to understand that he's a policeman, and I was trying to help him with his investigation.
Of course. You were trying to help.
Yes. So when he came to my
You
office...
didn't know him before he came to see you?
I knew him slightly. Not terribly well.
Not terribly well.
No.
Are you in the habit of sleeping with people you don't know terribly well? Go and see Mummy. Max Jäger?
Yes. What do you want?
We're looking for Xavier March.
I don't know where he is.
Mind if we continue this somewhere else? Of course not.
Good evening, Günther.
Good evening, Xavi.
I want you to pull a file for me.
You're not a friend to have right now. Get out of the car.
I was thinking of asking Internal Affairs to audit the records of the Sexual Crimes Unit. I understand they will find a lot missing. Photographs, magazines, films, very interesting material, including child pornography.
Whose file do you want?
Franz Luther.
Luther, for God's sake, Xavi.
Get it.
I'll get it for you tomorrow.
Happily married for 40 years. One serious affair between 1948 and 1950. It was ended because of pressure from von Ribbentrop. See? Same woman.
Anna von Hagen, the actress.
She's expecting an American.
Okay.
Yes?
Anna von Hagen.
Who is it?
Herr Minister Luther sent me.
From the American Embassy?
Yes.
So, we are leaving now. It is all arranged.
Yes, all arranged.
Where is Franz? Was he not here?
He's still at the embassy. He's making the final arrangements. He sent me to pick up the papers.
He said if anybody came asking, I should destroy them.
Yes, well, he told me that too, but the embassy needs the papers before they can give you the travel documents.
Wow.
Franz says he's looking forward to sending von Ribbentrop a postcard from New York. A very rude one.
Oh. He loves me as much as I loved him. We decided, for the sake of the party and the Führer, that he would remain married and we would meet each other secretly. It was a sacrifice. When one thinks of the sacrifices that some have made.
So we'll send a car for you in a couple of hours.
America. France says you still have them in America. You didn't do anything about them? All that may change, of course. Now you have a president who thinks like the Führer does. It was a real problem for me, making a career in Hollywood.
Why?
Jews. They controlled all the studios, you know. They even tried to keep me out of Broadway. The public wanted me, you see. Then they started the war. Berlin was beautiful before the war. The only thing that spoiled it was the Jews. I have no career left. But I would like to go to America just to upset the Jews. So what do you think? Think you'll finally do something about your Jews as we did with ours?
What did you do?
We put them in cattle cars and shipped them east. Always east.
Oh, to the Ukraine, you mean, to the resettlement camps?
Yeah, to resettle them in the air. Excuse me. To turn them into smoke. They burned the bodies after they gassed them. They had to, that nobody would ever know. At first, it was a bullet each, but a child takes as big a bullet as a grown man or woman. And at the height of the war, we needed those 6 million bullets we saved.
So,
And 6, 7 million Jews, and then the bullets for the gypsies, the lunatics, the cripples.
So all the Jews were killed? There was no resettlement?
Oh, my dear. I hardly think that after the war there were enough left alive to resettle a half-acre. He was a clever man, Heydrich. One authentic genius after the Führer himself. Oh, no. Stuttgart was a genius, too, in his way. He had an entire Reich ministry employed in correspondence with all those Jews in America who wanted to know what happened to their relatives. A postcard every year saying, "We are well. We are being taken care of." And with the fighting on the Russian front, they couldn't check, could they? They could suspect what they wanted, but where was the proof? And people get tired asking questions when they don't get any answers. The children want to get on with their own lives. The war was over, the Jews were gone. They were.
Smoke.
Huh. And in 2 generations' time, who will care enough to ask? Hmm?
Alicia, I should be going.
You said the car would be here in 2 hours?
Yeah.
I'll be ready. I'll be waiting. See you later. Ah.
Charlie? What did you say?
They killed all the Jews. That's Luther's secret.
We resettled them. I gave them their own piece of land.
Zavi, look at these.
These are forgeries.
Forgeries?
They must be.
So Luther and Stuckart and Buller, they were killed for forgeries?
Do you want this to be true? Do you think it's a good story?
It is true. Look at them! We agreed to follow my lead wherever it took us. It's brought us here. We can't go back. You knew.
I was at sea during the war.
What does necessity of removing the biological basis for Judaism once and for all mean? What does final solution mean?
I don't know.
It's a rail timetable. 1 train a day, 60 persons per car, 60 cars per train. It's 25,000 people a week. What happened at Auschwitz and Belsen?
I can't believe this.
What was Zyklon B?
I don't know, Charlie.
It's gas. You killed him with gas.
Gas.
You took everything they owned. You gave them as gifts to your troops. Jewelry, fountain pens, watches.
After the war, I believed what everyone else believed. No reason not to. I am a loyal son of the Fatherland. I served murderers all my life. How do I explain that, my son?
They met at Wannsee to plan the final solution.
We killed an entire people.
Luther and the others, they were killed because they were the final link to Wannsee. They were the final obstacle to détente. Hitler needed them killed before the meeting with Kennedy.
Charlie. If your government knew, would Kennedy still meet with Hitler?
I don't know.
You need to get these documents to your ambassador right away. As long as Kennedy is here, they won't touch you. But do it quickly. And then you should leave. How do I tell my son I served murderers all my life? How do I explain this was not a glorious war for national survival? Just extermination.
You have to come with me, Zavi.
I can't. It's my country.
No, it isn't. Not anymore.
I can't leave my son.
We'll bring him too. I won't go without you. I mean it. Meet me at the park tonight. I'll find a way to get these to Kennedy. I promise.
Children of the Fatherland, today you will be asked to renew your vows to the Führer and to the Reich. When you pledge allegiance
ago, Air Force One, carrying President Joseph Kennedy and his wife Rose, touched down at Tempelhof International Airport. Looking relaxed and cheerful, President Joseph Kennedy was met at the airport.
Yes, Clara, it's Zavi. Can I speak to you alone?
What's it about? Why can't you come here?
I'd rather not argue in front of Petey. It's urgent.
Okay. Okay, I'm on my way.
Hello, son. Close the door.
What are you doing? Mom's just gone out to look for you.
I wanted to word with you alone, without your mother. Come here, now. Are you not well?
No, I'm fine. Nothing else.
Open your mouth. Show me your tongue. All right. Now, you remember we talked about America?
Yeah.
You still want to come to America with me?
When?
Now. Right now.
What about Mom?
Just you and me, Peely. We have to explain it to her later.
How long will we be gone? A long time?
Yes, quite a long time.
Oh, okay then.
Okay now.
Yeah.
Die Straße frei, der Sturmabteilungsmann. Es schaut auf Hakenkreuz, wir öffnen schon Millionen. Es hat viel Freiheit, hilft im Konflikt an.
Excuse me, but you have no badge.
I'm press.
Fräulein, you cannot go in there.
What? Why?
Because you have no badge.
Oh yeah, my badge fell off.
I'm sorry.
I have a badge, but I should be on list. Charlotte McGuire, Washington
Fräulein
Post.
McGuire, your name is no longer on the list.
Yeah, but you know who I am.
It is all right. She belongs to you.
Yeah? Thanks. it. I've been looking all over
Charlie,
for
sit
you.
down. How are you?
Listen, we have no time. You gotta take a look at these. You gotta help me. You're the only one who can get these to the president.
Are you coming? You change your mind? We'll fly to New York. We'll find a place to live. Maybe we can even live in a boat. Now, you like that, don't you? All right. Then tell me what bothers you. I need to know.
You're sick.
Sick? What are you talking about?
The Gestapo told me.
Gestapo? What do you mean?
They want to help you.
So tell them.
I phoned them.
They lie! They lied to you. Listen, son, you're a big man. Now you need to learn to think for yourself. Wait here. Don't move.
show them to the president. Mr. Ambassador. Look at these pictures. Ambassador, you've got to show them to the president.
Because of the Bolshevik bomb threat, these celebrations are hereby cancelled. President Kennedy is returning to America immediately and takes with him the good wishes of the German people.
Hurry up, please. Son, listen to me. It wasn't your fault. Don't believe them. You gotta grow your own wings.
Papa? Where are you? Papa?
Grow your own wings.
I used to wonder why she never got out. Well, she had the chance. But she and my father were the first to see those images of horror, the first to know, and that somehow linked them forever with each other and the victims. So she sat on until the Gestapo came for her. Everything has changed. Without the American alliance, Hitler's Reich collapsed. Of course, there are some who say it never happened, those who look and do not see. The years since have been difficult ones, but my father would be proud to know that no longer are we all living in the house of the blind.
Think I could have it?
You can keep it for a while.
Can you keep it forever?
Yes, you can.
Perhaps we all do want to follow our fathers. I would be very proud to follow mine.